If you are looking for an absolute masterclass in small-town romantic tension, secret baby operational logistics, and a pulse-pounding, deeply emotional billionaire versus independent barmaid tactical reconciliation, you need to clear your calendar for Devney Perry. We are stepping directly into the breathtaking, calculation-heavy mountain landscape of Lark Cove, Montana, with Tattered, a spectacular, high-gear, and beautifully executed series starter that establishes the Lark Cove Chronicle as an elite, undisputed vanguard in modern contemporary romance. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of stories where a protective, high-society billionaire must dismantle a multi-year communication blackout to win back the only woman who ever breached his perimeter, where a brilliant, guarded single mother uses fierce operational independence to defend her daughter from heartbreak, and where the author utilizes an incandescent second-chance forced proximity diagnostic routine to test the limits of family loyalty, this book is engineered to lock you in. Perry completely dominates the small-town dynastic drama dynamic, capturing the heart-racing momentum and close-knit emotional gravity popularized by Lucy Score, Elsie Silver, and Catherine Cowles, while treating maternal devotion, class divide friction, and rustic mountain culture with exquisite care. The narrative tracking grid centers on Thea Cunning and Logan Kendrick. 6 years ago, their paths crossed in a high-frequency temporary orbit, a single breathtaking night of accidental proximity in a Seattle bar that completely reconfigured their personal metrics. Logan was a wealthy, hyper-intelligent businessman moving through an elite world of corporate calculation. Thea was a struggling young woman fighting to keep her head above water. When their hidden connection faced a devastating administrative cutoff, Thea vanished into the rugged wilderness of Montana, leaving Logan's emotional perimeters entirely destroyed. The spark ignites when Logan unexpectedly rolls into the tiny town of Lark Cove on a corporate scouting mission and detects an unbelievable anomaly in his tracking record. Working behind the bar of the local saloon is Thea, and standing right beside her is a beautiful 5-year-old girl with Logan's distinct structural features. The investigative tracking clock drops into an incredibly intense cadence. Thea never tracked him down because she refused to be a burden to his high society dynasty, establishing a fiercely private, independent lifestyle in the mountains instead. The tactical parameters explode as Logan refuses to execute a standard retreat sequence. He is determined to step up as a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic protector, deploying his immense capital, protective instincts, and a profound patience to establish an absolute security perimeter around his newfound daughter and the woman he never forgot. The forced proximity of small-town Montana life turns their daily routines into a volatile psychological pressure cooker, forcing them into clandestine, close-quarters encounters behind the saloon doors and inside quiet mountain cabins. What follows is an exceptional, high-stakes war of logistical perspective and emotional survival. The class divide isn't just an abstract background rule, it is a volatile psychological barrier. If Logan's elite hypercritical family or the fierce local Lark Cove defense grid clash over the security of this new family unit, it will trigger an all-out social war. To secure a permanent future together, our billionaire hero must abandon his corporate playbook entirely, shatter his own defensive perimeters, and convince a fiercely independent Thea that she belongs on his arm permanently. It is a small-town romance, second-chance drama, secret baby, billionaire meets working-class masterpiece that treats family dynamics and romantic intensity with elite precision. The tension here burns with a sharp, calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency you and me against the world energy, where a shared glance across a crowded local diner, a sudden protective standoff against an intrusive outsider, or a soft, whispered directive in the absolute dark of a mountain night carries massive structural weight. Perry writes with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the comforting roar of a Montana thunderstorm, the rustic scent of old wood and premium whiskey at the saloon, and the distinct, subtle scent of pine needles, mountain air, and pure, unadulterated passion. What truly elevates this milestone series starter into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to write realistic emotional healing alongside breathless romance. Thea isn't a fragile princess waiting for a financial rescue package. Her immense psychological grit, razor-sharp maternal instincts, and raw survival mechanics match the complexity of Logan's wealthy universe step for step, making her choice to trust him feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense emotional stalemates and breathtaking romantic defensive sequences before ratcheting up to an absolute heart-melting climax that delivers total, hard-earned peace to their horizons. Tattered is the definitive pro-level upgrade your contemporary romance and high-stakes emotional fiction library demands right now. It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputtable. It proves that when your entire universe is fractured by time and secrets, the most revolutionary
play you can execute is to rebuild your foundation from the heart up. So secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive perimeters, open your Kindle, and prepare to cross the line.